All right, so what do dirty dishes and your soul have in common? Like what does the one have to do with the other? Now, there's a reason why you wash dishes, isn't there? Like, you would not want to eat on filthy, dirty dishes. Imagine they've been sitting in the sink for a week, and then you just pull one out and it's got all kinds of food from last week just caked on there, and you just put your food on there and you start eating. I mean, that'd be gross. You would never do that. No, you wash them, not so they sit nice and clean in the cabinet and never get used. But no, you wash dishes, and a lot of times we're washing dishes all the time. I know in my house we are. Because we're going to use that plate again. We're going to use that bowl. And it's going to be filled with food, and I want it to be clean. That's the point. And so in our passage today, we have something, we have some fighting words from 2 Timothy 2:21. Timothy says this. He says, therefore, if anyone cleanses himself from what is dishonorable, right? There's the cleansing thing. It says he will be a vessel for honorable use, set apart as holy, useful to the master of the house, and ready for every good work, right? It's kind of like when you open up the cabinet and there's a whole bunch of clean dishes. Like they're ready to be used. They're ready to be filled with good things. They're going to fill you with good things. And God's saying, look, that's you. That's your soul, man. That's your heart. That's your life. If you look at what's going on in your life, and I encourage you, man, during this summer, take a moral inventory. Like how's it going as far as your life? How's it going in terms of that battle? Do you find yourself giving into sin? Are there temptations? Are there these things that you wish were gone? Things you just know are not right for you? Something that you know that God doesn't want in your life? Maybe the people in your life have pointed it out to you. He's saying, look, the person that does that takes that to Jesus, realizes it's forgiven, realizes he's been set free, and takes steps and does things to shut those things down. So if it's let's say, for example, it's looking at stuff on the internet. Now that could be X-rated stuff. It could be just heavily charged political stuff that makes you angry and bitter. None of those are good. And if you know it sets you off, if you know it leads you down that trail and it's something you shouldn't be looking at, shut it off. Turn it off. Alert a friend. Tell a friend that, hey man, I don't want this as a part of my life. And let's be the kind of people that others can go to with those things and who are going to not judge and not going to go, oh, shame on you, but are going to say, okay, I get it. I'm with you in the battle, brother. We're going to go shoulder to shoulder against this because God is there. And remind them of his victory, remind them of God's strength, not theirs, but his power, his forgiveness, his love, and his grace. Because that's the fighting words that we need in this battle. All right? We'll talk to you next time for another follow-through.